Hello, everybody. Welcome to cricketworld.com. We are back with our match insights video, and we are starting off with the Women's World Cup and the big one, the first game of the tournament between India and Sri Lanka. And to talk about that game, we've got my friend and colleague Nikhil Narayan. Nikhil, the first game of any major world tournament is very important. How important is it for India, the tournament host, along with Sri Lanka, or the co-host of the tournament?
Absolutely, Chandresh. A big first match in the 13th edition of the Women's World Cup. The two co hosts, as you mentioned, India taking on Sri Lanka. India, of course, the more dominating team and by some distance. Sri Lanka, not that strong, except barring one or two players who are renowned across the world. But it's still going to be, a big clash because it's the first match of the tournament. India are favorites. India not favorite. India the home team and one of the favorites, I would say. So there will be pressure on India to perform, and they wouldn't want to slip in the tournament opener of such a major event. So it's going to be an interesting contest, Andresh.
Okay, what are the strengths and weaknesses of either team?
If you look at India's strengths, Chandresh, the batting firepower is the biggest strength for India. They have a batting average of around 33 since 2023, which is second best in the world after Australia. If you look at the weakness, I think the pace bowling is a slightly under par. They lacks a bit of firepower, I would say. Average of 35.3 and strike rate of almost 40 since 2023, which puts them in the bottom cluster. There's a lot of dependence on Renuka Singh, so I think the pace bowling is a bit of a weak link for India, Chandresh. As far as Sri Lanka are concerned, I think the strength is for them is being co-host, awareness of local conditions, and where some of the spinners could come into play and surprise some of the more fancy teams. I think the weakness for them is too much dependence on Chamari Atapattu, their star player, especially in the batting. Also, they have the weakest bowling unit, at least amongst the major teams, an average of around 36 with the ball since 2023. So, numbers sort of not in favor of Sri Lanka, either with the bat or with the ball in the last few years, Chandresh.
Okay, and if I were to ask you to pick key players from both sides, who would they be?
As far as India is concerned, Chandresh, one cannot look beyond Smriti Mandana, who's been in absolutely brilliant form in the home series against Australia. Two fantastic hundreds at New Chandigarh and in Delhi. Overall, close to 5,000 runs in 108 ODIs at an average of 48, strike rate of approximately 90, 13 hundreds in the format in women's ODIs. Also, she's been in scintillating form this year, 928 runs, 14 matches at an average of 66 and a strike rate of 116, 400. So Smriti Mandana for me will be a key player for India at the top of the order. She's going to take the attack to the opposition bowlers. Deepti Sharma is for me the other player to watch out for. Off spinner will be key in local conditions. The tracks will help her. She was the leading wicket taker for India in ODI since 2022, 71 wickets in 47 innings, average of 26, economy of 4.6, so very restrictive also. Hard hitting batting all rounder in the middle order. She scored 72 of 58, if you remember, versus Australia in Delhi earlier this month, and gave them a real scare in that chase of 412. So Deepti Sharma, the other key player for India to watch out for in this tournament, Chandresh. As far as Sri Lanka is concerned, of course, their star player, their world-renowned player, Chamari Atapattu, the superstar of the Sri Lankan unit. She scored around 1,037 runs in 25 innings at an average of almost 50 and strike rate of 101 with 300 since 2023. So she's been in incredible form with the bat, 900s overall in ODIs. Also, partnership breaker with the off spin, 45 wickets in women's ODIs. She's going to be key with the bat and also important with the ball. Then I'm looking forward to see Kavisha Dilhari for Sri Lanka. She's played 19 women ODIs, picked 23 wickets. She can bowl a bit of leg spin, a bit of off spin, a bit of mystery about her. She's a batting all rounder, good form with the bat in the ODI Tri Series in Sri Lanka in May. She's She scored 35 of 32 in a 276 successful 276 chase against India in that series. So I'm looking forward to Kavisha Delhari from Sri Lanka also.
Okay, now let's look at some key battles that will define this contest. What do you think are some of the key contests to look forward to?
I think Smriti Mandana's contest versus Achini Kulasurya is going to be interesting. That should pan out in the first six over the batting power play for India. Harmanpreet Kaur, who usually bats, in the middle order, her battle with Kavisha Delari between overs 12 to 16 or so is also going to be very crucial. And then, of course, when Sri Lanka come out to bat, I think Chamari Atapattu versus Deepti Sharma, if Chamari takes on the off spinner or not, that's going to be massive for Sri Lanka.
Okay, that's very well laid out. Now we've looked at the key battles, the key players, the form of the both the sides, and also the relative strengths and weaknesses of either side. Now the big question: does India start overwhelming favorite in this contest?
Yes, Chandresh. I mean, India, by far the more dominating team. The record, they've never won the World Cup, but they have the best chance. They're the host. They know that. Uh, Overall, India, if you look at the head-to-head against Sri Lanka, they've dominated Sri Lanka. They won 31 of 35 matches against them, lost just three. So I think the numbers, form, everything suggests to an Indian victory in the opening. Anything else would be a massive, massive upset. I would give India actually a 70% chance of winning this encounter.
Okay, let's see what happens in this contest proper. We'll be back with a look ahead to the next game of the tournament. But you sitting at home and watching us on cricketworld.com, remember you can like, share, subscribe, and comment on all our videos and be part of the conversation that Nikhil and I will be having right through this Women's World Cup. That's it for now. We'll be back soon. Till then, take good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless from both Nikhil and myself. Goodbye.